Hello again. This is Ronnie Phillips. I am the undergrad TA for GIS 3500, and today we're going to get into Lab 2, Symbolizing Features. This is basically going to teach you how to make some of your maps look pretty. As you can see in the display here, we see, we've got our lake here. They're nice and blue, and the roads are, symbolized according to, a color. But this is going to teach you how to give your features a symbol, okay? And what you'll probably want to do is pause this video, read through all this stuff, click on this, read through it. You really need to understand the concept of symbolization. And I'm hoping that this lab is going to teach you a little bit more about that. So go ahead and pause that and read all this good stuff here. And then come back to the lab scenario and we'll talk through that. Okay, so we're going to do the lab scenario, and it says in this lab you'll help the city of Louisville plan a new park as part of the 10-minute walk campaign. Its goal is for 100% of people in U.S. cities to have safe access to a quality park or green space within a 10-minute walk of home by 2050. The city is looking at a triangle community, which is enclosed by Interstate 35, State Highway 121, and Corporate Drive. Over 4,000 residents live in this triangle, with a quarter of them that are under 16. Also, 406 children in the triangle are living in poverty. Some recommendations to benefit the triangle community by adding 3 parks close to that area. So we've gotten, this under the scenario, the city's mayor's office has given us some layers, and we're going to download those here. These are the layers that they've given us, and we're going to add those maps, or add those layers one at a time to a new map, and then apply styles and symbols. That's called symbolization from the Art Desktop Library to create a nice looking map of the triangle. Okay, great. Now what? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to download the data. So we're going to click on that. It's going to download over here. We've done this a couple of times already, so we're going to, this walks you through what you need to do next. We're going to show in folder. We're going to right click on this, cut it, and it says right here, create a folder called Triangle Map. So we're going to navigate to our GIS folder, our GIS folder right here, GIS 3500. We'll call this, it says triangle folder, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this Lab 2. And inside Lab 2, we're going to create a new folder called Triangle. What did it say? Triangle Map. Okay, so we're going to call this Triangle hold on. Yeah, underscore map. Triangle underscore map. I'm going to create another folder under this. You don't have to do this like this, but it helps me keep things organized. So we're going to right click, hit new folder, and we're going to call this data. Not DTA, data. There we go. And this is where we're going to paste our zip folder. We're going to right click, paste, and this is our zip folder. Next it says locate, the zip folder. We've already done all this. We're going to extract it in the triangle map folder. We keep saying this, we keep showing you how to do zip files because it's one of the very first mistakes that new GIS users, one of the things that they don't remember to do is work in a zip folder. You must extract them first before you start working in it. So we're going to right click, we're going to hit extract all, bring this over here, we're just going to hit extract. It's going to extract all those folders all those folders and files into a single folder right here. Easy stuff, right? I should have, I don't have ArcMap open, so we're going to go ahead and hit ArcGIS. We're going to open ArcMap. It's going to take a while to open. It's opening on my other screen. Okay, so we're gonna I'm just gonna minimize this. I can't show what's on my other screen here, but I'm gonna pull this over here. There we go. Move this on my other screen over here. There we go. And what will come up is a starting, an ArcMap getting started window. I had to clear it out to bring this over here. But what you'll want to do is there in this getting started window, you'll see something that says new maps and then my templates. You want to click my templates and just double click blank map. The way I'm going to do it here is if you've closed out that window for some reason, you can just hit this button right here. There's your new blank map right here, right? So we're going to double click on that, there we go. And nothing shows up, right? Because it's a blank map. We're going to open some files, the files that you just downloaded. The instruction says that we're going to, in the catalog window, do I have our catalog open? I do not. It's over here. So we're gonna click on that, and it says connect to folder right here. You may have this already added. You can see that mine is already right here. But let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna navigate to our documents folder, because that's where all our stuff is stored. It was stored in ArcGIS 3500. We're going to go ahead and hit OK here. In the instruction, it says to expand, to go all the way into the triangle map. We're not going to do that, or I'm not going to do it here. You can if you want. For me, it's just easier for future labs to just connect to the GIS 3500. That way you don't have to do this every single time that you go into a project. So I've got it on, I'm not double clicking on this, I'm just making sure this is highlighted. We can see that, this is the file path right here. We're going to hit OK. You can see that it's located right here. And it says in the triangle map folder, so let's go find that triangle map folder in catalog. We're going to go into lab 2 because that's where this is. There's triangle map right there. And so we're just going to keep going down into this until we find our individual feature sets. These are all feature classes, right? We can see by the symbol or by their icon right here that this is points. This is what a polygon looks like, and this is what a line looks like. And remember back for some of your previous instruction, those are the 3 types of shapefiles and feature classes: is points, lines, and polygons. Okay. So number 6 says drag parks onto the map window. Just click and drag. We wait. There it is right there. There's your parks in a nice weird pink color. Yours may not come up as pink. It may come up as some other color. ArcMap just kind of randomly assigns some of these colors. Don't worry about your color now, because that's what we're working on now, is we're going to symbolize. It even says right here, symbolize with a random color. At this point, you'll start thinking like a cartographer, making style choices. So it says in this table of contents, confirm that the contents are listed by drawing order. And that's this little button right here. Almost 100% of the time, not always, but most, you need to work with this selected. These definitely have their uses, but you want to make sure that this is listed by drawing order. What that means is these layers are going to be listed as how they're drawn on the screen, okay? And you'll see what that means a little later. So in the table of contents for number 8, we're going to click the colored symbol below parts to open the symbol selector. Pretty easy. It says use the search bar and symbol selector and type park. Park. hit enter. And I've got a bunch of stuff on here. It says use some. Okay, we're going to find a green square called Park and Open Space. Hey, there it is right here. It's under Civic. We're going to click that Park and Open Space. And you can see that it gives it this fill color and this outline color. If you look here, this is the fill color. That black line around it is the outline color. This outline width is in pixels, I believe. Let's see what, yeah, 0.40. There we go. I believe it's in pixels. Really doesn't matter. It's just kind of a number to let you know how wide or narrow to make your outline. You don't have to change this. I'm just kind of explaining what this stuff means for park and open space. Okay, so we found that. The green patch looks nice, but we want to add a boundary to separate it from other landscapes. We're going to change the outline width to 1. So we'll move that up, and we'll change the outline color to fir green. Let's go find fir green. We're going to click that little down arrow there. I don't know where they come up with these colors names. Fir green. There's fir green. Okay, so that's going to make its outline color a darker green, right? So we're going to hit OK. Voila, it made it, it's a darker color on the outline. We've got a lighter color on the inside. Okay, so from the Triangle Lab community, Lab Triangle community, add the Streets feature class to the map. So we'll click that, add it here, hit close. That pops up sometimes, don't worry about it. Okay, and that added the Streets feature class to the map. And we're going to symbolize that in a different way. So we're going to open this symbol selector, and we're going to pick Major Road. Yeah, we're going to click Major Road. And we'll hit OK. And that changed it to a different color. Okay, so next you'll add the triangle that separates the community from the surrounding area. So we're going to go back into catalog here and add triangle. Just click, drag, there you go. There's the triangle. We really can't see all of the triangle, so let's kind of zoom out just a little bit to be able to see all of that stuff, right? Okay. If your triangle appears at the top of the table of contents, you'll notice that some of the parks and streets are obscured. Let's go ahead and try that out. Right. You can see that the layer order, remember I said list by drawing order? Well, triangle is, triangle is drawn on top of streets and parks. We don't like it like that, right? So let's just bring that back where it was. So it says open the symbol selector and select beige. Symbol selector, there's beige right here, right? We'll click that, we'll hit OK, that changed it to the beige. Drag triangle to the bottom of the table of contents. So it appears as a background, but it doesn't hide, this park right here, it doesn't hide the roads. We want to be able to see where the triangle is without, and have all these other layers showing on top of it. Okay, so we're going to add a layer of camera poles to ensure the park is close to a security camera. So we're going to go back in the catalog. We'll add the camera pole feature class by clicking and dragging. Now we see that this is a point feature. We see these little points popped up all right here, right? All along right here. This is the location, of course, of all the camera poles. So we're going to open the symbol selector. We'll just click on that, and we're going to search for camera. Camera. And we'll hit enter. And we see camera tower right here, right? Well, number 16 says open this, search for camera, and click camera tower. Click that. We're going to change the size to 24. And we'll hit OK. And it changed all those to a 24-point camera tower. Pretty easy. And so the next part talks about how we're going to, all the layers have the same maker symbol. All the camera poles are drawn in the same shape, but you can assign different symbols by assigning a unique value in an attribute field or range of values. You can symbolize a polygon layer of cities according to their names. Each feature would have a unique color because each city has a unique name. So if you had, I don't know, Denton and Dallas and Fort Worth, and you symbolize these according to their names, they would all have different colors, and this will make sense. But you'll want to read through this next part of the instruction right here on your own. Feel free to hit pause because I'm going to keep moving on. For number 17, it says add the parcels feature layer to the map. So we're going to click on catalog, we'll click, drag, and we have a bunch of parcels right here, right? So you want to make the symbology for parcels. And we're going to differentiate by showing whether or not the parcels are public land or if they're private land. So in number 18 it says in the table of contents we're going to right click on parcels and open the attribute table. So that's what we're going to do. Here's our attribute table. And we're going to scroll over and look at the prop type field. Prop type means property type. If I can find prop type. Where is it here? Where are you, prop type? Here it is. Prop type. Okay, so there's two different property types here, right? We've got R and we've got B. We already know that, but you may want to scroll through in your future work and make sure that those are the only two types we have. There's many different property types. For this, we only have two. We have residential for R and business, which is for B. And so we're going to choose a different symbolization in our parcels. That's these blue things right here. We're going to choose a different symbolization for those. We're going to make them appear differently based on whether or not they're residential or whether or not they're business. Okay, so we can go ahead and close the table here. We're going to right click on parcels and we're going to go down to properties. And it's going to open up our layer properties for parcels. We're going to click on the Symbology tab. You will use this very often. We're going to hit Symbology. And so under Show, right here, we want to show, we want to click Categories. And we've got unique values selected by default. In the value field here, we're going to click on property type, right? Because that's the field that we're working with. That's the field that we want to symbolize by, right? So the field that we want to symbolize is prop type, so we're going to hit prop type. Number 22 says click add all values. This is here. And we see that it added all the values. We only have two values, B and R. And it says clear the all other values checkbox. So we're going to clear that. We don't have any other values in there anyway, but we've got B and R. Okay. It says double click the symbol to the left of B. So double click that. We've got a default Esri symbol type. We're going to change the fill color to gray 10%. You can find that here, and I believe this is, that's gray 10%. And we're going to click OK. We're going to change this one. That didn't change. Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here, and we're going to use 30%, gray 30% right here. So that one there is 30%. We're going to hit OK. And what you can do from here is you can hit apply to see what it's going to end up looking like. I want to make sure that this is still 10% gray. Yeah, that's 10% gray. Kind of looks weird on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyway. So we hit apply, and we can see that what it looks like here. We can see that this is business. The lighter colors are business. The darker colors, darker grays, are residential. And so we've hit apply so we can see that. You can hit OK if you want. So we hit OK. And we can see that this has changed over here too. You've got that 10% gray in the business right here. We've got 10 or 30% gray in the residential. Pretty easy stuff. And then the last bit of this, number 26 says, reorder the layers in the contents window using the following sequence. Camera pole, streets, parks. So we're going to take this parks here, and we're going to drag that up right there. Parcels, triangle. And that's it. That's this lab. That's the end of this lab. It's really easy stuff. This is a real good way to, just kind of get the basics on how to symbolize according to an attribute. We symbolized according to property type, and we also learned how to add those layers from catalog. And so I believe the instruction has you take a screenshot of this. I've already gone over how to take a screenshot. Not really going to go over that again. It's pretty easy stuff. Just take a screenshot of your screen right here, just so that we can see that you've gone through, and you'll want to capture your table of contents too. Yeah, so you can just take a whole screenshot of that entire window right there and submit it, and you should be good. Pretty easy stuff. As always, let us know if you have any questions.